Matt Skiba joined Blink-182. Matt Skiba just joined Blink-182 on stage for a reunion this week, but that part of the band wasn't even the first time that Tom DeLonge broke the band up. The first time was all the way back in 2001. See, Tom formed Boxcar Racer in 2001. Travis Barker was included, but it was a snub for Mark Hoppus. They would release their one and only album in 2002. At the time, Tom didn't want to write pop-punk songs anymore and wanted to be taken more seriously, hence Boxcar Racer came out with more of a darker emo album. But this put a major rift between him and Mark Hoppus. Blink would then get back together and make their 2003 self-titled album. But it was a strange atmosphere for the band. And it's a great album, but it's a little disjointed. And the mood was different for the band. Not only that, but shortly after, while the band was touring, Tom started working on material for his band Angels and Airwaves. And Barker was not on his side with this one. They had a lot of arguments with each other during that tour and the band was in flux. And they would take yet another hiatus. During this time, Barker was on Mark Hoppus' side. They released their Plus 44 album, When Your Heart Stops Beating. And there's definitely some insinuated tracks on here about Tom. Tom wouldn't stay away from Blink for long. In 2009, they got back together and started working on their album Neighborhoods. That eventually came out in 2011. This album is even more disjointed than their self-titled album was. Even songs like Ghost on the Dance Floor, you can hear that Angels and Airwaves influence. If you thought that Tom DeLonge was done breaking the band up, you'd be wrong. Because once again, he left Blink saying it was really hard to commit. In this case, Blink would actually enlist guitarist Matt Skiba to fill in, and they put out their album California in 2016. I really enjoyed this album, but a lot of Blink fans don't like it because Tom's not on it. Not only that album, but they also put out the album 9 in 2019. During this time, Tom was still putting out material with Angels and Airwaves as well. Some of the albums after Love, though, wasn't really my jam. Once Mark got diagnosed with cancer, I think Tom reevaluated a lot of things. Obviously, the band got back together again and created another classic album one more time. That came out in 2023 and will probably go out as one of the better Blink albums, even having songs like Anthem Part 3 on it. I think Matt Skiba hopping on stage with the band this past week was a great way to bring it full circle. Hopefully, Tom doesn't get the itch anytime soon to leave. And shout out to my boy Rob LaFoon, who was actually in the crowd and got a snag of this video. What an awesome reunion to see for a controversial time in the band's history.